One NBA player got so many tattoos, it ruined his life. Another gained so much weight, you can't even recognize him. These are the craziest transformations in NBA history. Back in 1986, a young Dennis Rodman was just drafted to the Pistons, and at the time, he looked like every other NBA player. But this wasn't gonna last for long. The first time we saw Dennis get experimental with his look was in 1993, when he was traded to the Spurs. It sparked something odd in Rodman. He started dyeing his hair ridiculous colors. And I'm talking colors like green and orange. This was in the 90s. It was a conservative time. Tattoos, hair color, it just wasn't accepted in society. So Rodman had a hard time fitting in. He was constantly judged and perceived as crazy just for dyeing his hair. But this was only the beginning. When Rodman was traded to the Bulls, joining Michael Jordan in 1995, he found something he'd been looking for his entire life: acceptance. You'd think being on a championship team with Michael Jordan, they wouldn't want any distractions. But Chicago made Rodman feel like family. They embraced him and his crazy side. For the first time, Rodman was able to truly be himself. And with that, dude started doing even crazier stuff to his hair. I'm talking leopard print, zigzags, rainbows, ribbons, logos, even Scottie Pippen's jersey number. If it was a look, Rodman did it. His hairstyle was changing every game, and the fans in Chicago loved it. And the more fans cheered him on, the more Rodman started showing his true self. Hoop earrings, nose piercings, dresses, fur coats, tattoos, painted nails. Rodman was the first NBA player to ever portray themselves like this. And when he was asked why, he said, "Chicago really embraced me so much. If I did anything, people would stand up and cheer. I never got that before. I was so happy, energetic, alive, exuberant, dyeing my hair, dressing in drag. It just all came naturally to me." At first, people were uncomfortable with Rodman's look, but they came to accept him. Now, what people have never accepted is Steven Adams' transformation. Steven came into the NBA as a pretty normal looking dude. I mean, if you consider being 7 foot and 250 pounds normal. He had no tattoos in sight and an average haircut, so he didn't stand out at all. And in 2013, he was drafted with the 12th pick to the Thunder, putting up a whopping 3.3 points and 4.1 rebounds per game. Yeah, whew. So there was a ton to be done on his game and appearance. And with that, he got to work. But things got off to a rocky start. I mean, the dude grew out a mustache that should have had him banned from being anywhere near a school. Like, look at this. Are you seeing this? I don't even want him near me. But thankfully, a year later, he decided he was done being a creep. Or so I thought. I don't know how he managed to do it, but he needs to stay even further away from schools and me. But this was all part of his master plan. He continued growing out his hair and beard, bulked up, and inked out his entire arm and chest, transforming himself from a dork to Aquaman. But was his transformation for reasons as deep as Dennis Rodman? Well, he admitted that he was just tired of spending $60 on a haircut. Dude, you just signed a $100 million contract. Why do you even care about $60? Never mind. You do you, I guess. But at least Adams didn't turn into a complete freak like Giannis Antetokounmpo. He came into the NBA as a 6'8", 190-pound kid. And you may think that's huge, but that is small compared to what he transformed into. Before Giannis's rookie year started, he actually admitted, "I'm not ready. I have a lot of work ahead of me, but I'm not afraid. I'll give everything on the court, in the gym, and I'll prove to the Bucks that they made the right choice." But even though he tried his hardest, he only put up around 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Giannis wasn't even putting up Alonzo Ball numbers. So Giannis knew he had some bulking up to do. And if he didn't do it fast, his dreams of NBA stardom would fade. So Giannis dedicated everything to the gym. And during his second season, he grew 3 inches and gained 27 pounds, making him 6'11" and 217 pounds. He was literally becoming a freak right in front of our eyes. But there was something big holding Giannis back. He didn't drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that's right. We got the power to make you a freak. Ooh, so what are you doing? But not supporting the channel wasn't the only thing holding him back. Early in Giannis's career, he was addicted to McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and Wendy's. He knew if he didn't give up the Big Macs and Baconators, his career and health would be ruined. So he started eating 6 meals per day, all filled with clean carbs, protein, fruits, and vegetables. And he locked himself in the gym 6 days a week. And within just a few seasons, he went from a bench player to a face of the league. Giannis put on nearly 25 more pounds, now weighing 242. His 12-inch hands became the biggest in the NBA, and his Achilles grew to 13.5 inches, double the length of an average male. I mean, that right there is why Giannis can do this.
It has been incredible. Here he comes again. Oh, goodness. And the Greek basketball god raining down on the Pistons.
This dude crossed the entire court with one dribble. Jesus. Coming off back-to-back MVP seasons, Giannis just put up 29.5 points, 13.6 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game. I mean, there's a reason they call him the Greek Freak, and I get it. Yeah, Giannis is a freak, but at least his transformation didn't scare me. This next dude turned himself damn near to a Halloween costume. Chris Andersen developed a scary addiction that only ink could fill. And it all started in 2001, when Chris was picked #1 in the NBA D-League draft. But after only 2 games there, he became the first ever D-League player called up to an NBA team. And when he joined the Nuggets, Chris looked like any other player. Yeah, he had a few tattoos, but nothing crazy yet. Then in 2004, Chris signed with New Orleans, and his entire appearance started changing. Chris started putting on 15 tattoos a season, and no one understood why he was getting tatted so much. Little did the world know, Chris was living a secret double life, and in 2006, it was brought to light. Apparently, Chris tested positive for multiple hard drugs, and was immediately banned from the NBA for 2 seasons. So, with all this free time, Chris had nothing to do but continue getting tatted.
The first one was a Chinese ganja. It was right when I got back from China. You know, me and my mother went and got our tattoos, our first tattoos together, and after that, it just never stopped. I just kept going back and back.
Well, at least him and his mom have matching tats now. That's cute. And in 2008, Chris returned to the Nuggets with about double the tattoos he had before he left. People were shocked. But even though he was thankful for the opportunity to play basketball again, it didn't last long. In 2012, news came out that halted everything. Private photos of an Instagram model he was dating surfaced all over the internet, and Chris, being the only suspect, was raided by police. This was the hardest time in his life. Even worse is that it turned out it was a hacker who leaked the photos. And to be honest, the entire situation gets really complex and the accusations get more serious. He was even let go from the Nuggets. But to make the situation simple, Chris ended up not facing any charges for the allegations, but it took months to prove that. And with him being exiled from the NBA until things were cleared up, Chris only had one thing to do in the meantime: get more tattoos. So by the time he came back to the NBA, dude looked like a damn Halloween costume.
What's the most meaningful tattoo you got on the body?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them, man. All of them mean something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the most expensive one you got on you?
None of them.
None of them? You didn't pay for any of them?
I'm a walking billboard.
No way. All from the same artist?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many in total do you have on the body completely?
I couldn't tell you, man.
You never counted? Last track?
I got one.
You got one?
I wonder how much to get a rebound tattoo. Maybe on his forehead? I'm trying to promote this channel everywhere, man. We're too close to 1 million. And you wanna know who else struggled? Joel Embiid. This dude had to make it to the NBA from Africa. And growing up for Embiid was anything but normal. By the time he turned 13, he was already 6 feet tall, well on his way to becoming a professional volleyball player. Yeah, you heard me right. Volleyball. Growing up in Cameroon, volleyball was the most popular sport in his area. It was like Embiid had no choice, which worked out perfectly because he was super skinny and light. But everything changed in 2009. Embiid walked into his living room, turned on the TV, and when he saw Kobe Bryant, it was love at first sight. See, Embiid accidentally watched the 2009 NBA Finals between the Magic and the Lakers, and he knew from that moment on, basketball was his new passion. But there was a problem. He didn't know a thing about basketball, and he was literally a twig. Already being 6'10" at 15 years old, Embiid knew he had the potential, but only if he put the work in. So he played on broken hoops in Cameroon, but couldn't make a three to save his life. He even tried yelling, "Kobe!" but that didn't work either. So Embiid was left with no choice. He turned to the one mentor he had in life, YouTube. So I'm chilling one night, and I go on YouTube, and I'm thinking I'm about to figure this shooting thing out. I go to the search box like, how to shoot three-pointers? Nah. How to shoot good form? Nah. Then a light bulb went off in my head. Man, I typed the magic words. White people shooting three-pointers. Damn right, my jump shot's buttery smooth. Ooh! And with that, Embiid finally learned how to shoot. So when he turned 16, he had his moment. He was discovered at a basketball camp by NBA player Luke Mbah-a-Moute. Luke saw Embiid's size at such a young age and immediately knew he had what it took to go pro. He just needed to put on some serious size. So Luke moved Embiid out to the US and helped him put on another 55 pounds by the end of high school. Then another 35 during college, reaching 280 pounds and 7 feet tall by the time of his draft in 2014. The issue was, most of it was fat. And with fat comes injuries. So the first 2 years of his career were completely derailed. He didn't play a single game those 2 seasons because he kept getting injured during practice. And Embiid realized he may never play a game in the NBA if he doesn't drop the fat. So with a lot of work, Embiid is now listed at 7'2", 280 pounds. Except this time, it's all muscle. And hey, it's showing. Embiid's having the best season of his career so far in 2021. That's just what happens. You make up your mind and get it done. But Russell Westbrook definitely couldn't make up his mind. And it all started when he was drafted. He had a buzz cut that made him look exactly like a Ninja Turtle. I mean, come on. Tell me he doesn't look like Raphael. And in 2015, he started playing his best basketball. So with all eyes on him, he went on a haircut rampage. The man was changing his cut like once a week. It started with this, and then went to this. Damn, Westbrook's barber need to hook me up. I'm over here looking like Steven Adams. God damn it. But once KD left OKC, Westbrook officially became the face of the team. And his fades got even more crisp. Westbrook stuck with these types of hairstyles throughout the rest of his Thunder career. But once he was traded to Houston, he created a hairstyle that I can't even explain. And when he debuted it, Twitter didn't hold back with the jokes, damn near turning this man into a meme again. But eventually, Westbrook heard all the clowning and got tired of it. So he went back to his more normal look. And it's probably not a coincidence that he's playing his worst basketball in a decade. So fans have gotten pretty disrespectful. I mean, there's a lot of videos of fans disrespecting Westbrook to his face. And the disrespect doesn't stop there. Players have had drinks, food, and even chairs thrown at them. Oh, you want to hear more about that? Well, click on this video right here. These were the times that NBA fans went too far, and it gets insane. So, what are you still doing here? This video's over. Click it!